Good morning, everyone. Like she said, I'm Mrinal. I take care of the India sales and operations for Arista Networks. We are primarily a network company, and you know, while AI is one part of it, but we span through all the tenets of network from an solution standpoint, and we've been building a lot of large-scale, massively scalable, secured AI infrastructures globally, and today. I just want to give you a perspective of what Arista is because not many people would have heard of Arista. Like I said in the panel, we are like a well-kept secret of the networking industry. So today, I thought I'll just give you a perspective of what we do, where we are heading, and what are the things that we are doing globally. So with that, just a quick snapshot on our journey so far. We went IPO in 2014. 2020, we were at about $2 billion. Today, we'll exit our year at about $8.7 billion from an overall revenue standpoint. We started off with cloud. Our initial success was with the hyperscalers, and gradually we went into a lot of industry verticals and segments and solutions over the years, and built a lot of products as we grew. Just a couple of things. Like in 2018, we acquired an India-out company called as Mojo Networks, which was founded by Dr. Praveen Bhagwat, who used to teach at IIT Kanpur. So a lot of indigenous work is happening in the company. So that's how we entered into the campus space, really. Before that, we were a data center company. And over the years, we've expanded our portfolio. We've gone into 800 gig. We are already working on 1.6 terabyte kind of network speeds. And on the other hand, we continue to expand our services and products on the campus side, on the branch side. This year, we acquired a company, 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐽, which is, again, a leader when it comes to SD-WAN solutions. This was an independent company in the leaders quadrant for many years. They were acquired by VMware, and then VMware got acquired by Broadcom. So we've taken over the 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐽 piece from Broadcom. Just a snapshot. Last 12 months revenue has been close to $8.4 billion. We've been growing at about 24% CAGR for the last 5 years. A lot of people have doubts on startups like ours that are they profitable, are they going to continue in the business? So we operated about 65% gross margin throughout for the last 5 years. We've been in the S&P 500. We have 10,000 plus customers globally. And we are addressing a much larger TAM as compared to what we're doing. So definitely a lot to do from there. And we are already leaders when it comes to high-speed routing and switching. We are number one in terms of market share globally when it comes to high-speed routing and switching. And we've been in the Gartner's Magic Quadrant for almost, we were there for continuous 7 years, but post-COVID, they stopped publishing their leadership quadrants. They just published last year again. We are in the top right. So I think I should have a slide on that. So we are top there when it comes to data center switching. Even on the campus, wired and wireless, we are there. Like I said, we just acquired 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐽, SD-WAN company. That's again on the top. So these are the primary areas that Arista operates in. Bread and butter still continues to be data center and AI. That's where majority of the revenue actually comes in for us. A very strong leadership team. The CEO of the company is again Indian, Jayashree Ullal. She is a well-respected veteran in the industry. She used to head the entire switching engineering for Cisco before joining us. So one unique thing about Arista that you'll see is a very engineering-driven organization. All the leaders that are there are very, very engineering leaders in their own fields. Like Andy Bechtolsheim, I don't know if you all have heard of him. He's the one who first founded Sun Microsystems. Then he founded another company called as Granite System, which was acquired by Cisco. So if you've heard of Cisco's Catalyst portfolio, that was his baby. He also is a professor at Stanford University. So Larry and Sergey were the founders of Google. They were his students. So Google was his brainchild in a way, and he continues to mentor them from that standpoint. He was the co-author for VXLAN as a protocol. Even today, he's on the chair of something called as Ultra Ethernet Consortium. It's an industry body that has been formed to bring standardization on the AI side from a network standpoint. Because so far there were proprietary technologies that were being used. What we've done is we've formed this consortium, and almost every large OEM has joined that consortium, including Intel, including NVIDIA, including AMD, HP, Dell, Cisco. All our competitors have also joined us to standardize this. So, and then he's on the forefront of that. So very technology-driven leadership that we have. Same is the case with Ken Duda. He's our CTO, and he is the founder of the operating system that we have, and that's the key differentiator that Arista delivers on the table today. Our operating system is called Extensible Operating System, and it's the world's most network advanced operating system today. It's 3 generations ahead of what you see in the market, and that's what's been helping us to grow at a pace that we've been. Primarily 3 reasons why customers love Arista. One is the amount of data-driven automation and telemetry that we are able to provide to our customers because of the way the whole architecture is. And the unique thing about Arista is that right from your cloud to the edge, everything runs on the same operating system that I just spoke about. And because you have the same operating system, same binary running across your network, across all the places in the network, the amount of data that you get is very rich. And in today's world of AI and ML, it is as good as the data sets that you get. The richer the data set that you have, the better analytics that you can run on top of it. And because we have a unified operating system running across all our platforms, we are able to give you a much richer data set and analytics on top of it. And the amount of telemetry that we get is very, very high. And that really helps. Second, the overall quality is very high. There's a 20-minute talk on YouTube. Whenever you guys are free, just have a look at, just search for 𝐃𝐢𝐠𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐥 quality Arista. You'll find that video. Our CTO is just maniacal about quality. All he talks about is quality, quality, quality. Not just in terms of products, but in terms of processes, in terms of the whole way the organization works, even from the design of the organization. Like, for example, even from a DevOps standpoint, the guy who writes the code is also responsible for the testing of the code, is also responsible for the delivery of the code, from the post-sales of the code. Unlike in other organizations where all of these runs in silos. The advantage of doing that is that, even if we have a smallest of a ticket, if a customer opens up, and if there's a problem on the software side, the developer also jumps on that. Because today this is a small customer, tomorrow it could replicate to a larger customer as well. So the whole philosophy, the way which Arista works is very different. And that reflects in the kind of support that we extend. Arista as a philosophy doesn't outsource any support, so it's all in-source and all L3 engineers. And the way they approach customers is also very different. Whenever you call up an Arista tag, you don't have to be ready with 10 questions in terms of what's your entitlement, what is your contract number, and so on and so forth. So within 17 seconds, an L3 engineer picks up a call, you tell them the problem statement, they'll jump on it. Only if it's a hardware problem, that's when they ask for your serial numbers, because then they have to look up what is the SLA that you bought. It's a 4-hour or a 24x7 or an NX business day. But the way we approach the whole tag organization works in a very, very different way, and that's a delight that the customers get when they use Arista. Very quickly, in terms of market share, we've been gaining from our nearest competitors. So while they've been declining all throughout, we've been gaining a lot of market. Especially when it comes to high-speed routing and switching, which is 100 gig and above. We are way ahead of anybody in the market. Our market share is close to 45% now. So when it comes to large-scale deployments, especially in today's world, when you're deploying all AI clusters, the amount of bandwidth that's required is very, very high. And then that's where we outshine because of multiple reasons, but yeah, that's where we are. Yesterday's snapshot, we have, from a market cap standpoint, while our revenue is about close to $9 billion, our market cap is close to $170 billion. And that's precisely because of 2 reasons. The way the company is growing in a profitable way, and we continue to innovate and serve a lot of large global customers. So this is one of the examples. Meta has publicly published in terms of how they built up their entire AI infrastructure. And they've named Arista specific models in terms of what all they have used to build up that whole AI gear. And similarly, the rest of the other hyperscalers as well. So yeah, at a high level, this is what we do. Like I said, we started off with data centers. A traditional data center architecture, which is a 2-tier leaf spine architecture, on a layer 2 or a layer 3. Then we have a very strong solution from a data center interconnect. And that's also very relevant from today's standpoint, because in today's world, there's not a single data center that you're running. There are multiple data centers. Today, people are talking about edge computing. We have DC, DR, near DR. And then now we've reached a level where the states are also collaborating with each other, and the states are also interconnecting their data centers. That's where we have very strong solutions. We have very strong solutions from a telco standpoint. Most of the service providers today are our customers, be it Airtel, be it Vodafone, be it Tata. Then we have, like I said, we acquired Mojo Networks in 2018. That gave us the Wi-Fi capability. And over the years, we've built on top of it. So now we have a complete campus portfolio with the same principles, same operating system, same architecture, now replicated on the campus side as well. So since we proved ourselves on the large-scale data center deployments, we've replicated the same things on the campus side. And that's something that's really appreciated by the customers because it makes the whole architecture very simple. You don't have to manage different silos from a solution standpoint. It's the same operating system, same software, same management layer, which runs across all the use cases that you would have in a campus. So be it a data center, be it a campus, and on the campus side, we've also built a lot on the security side. And like sir said in the beginning, that security has to be of paramount importance, right? So a lot of solutions that we build just on the security side. We acquired a AI-driven company, especially on the security, called Awake Networks. They have a solution called as NDR, Network Detection and Response, which is completely AI-driven solution, because what it does is it's like it looks at the network, because network is a single source of truth. Whatever happens, we talked about various attacks and other things. All of that happens through the network. If somebody, if he has to hack you or attack you or do anything, he has to enter the network. So, and because we are the network guys, we have the entire visibility in terms of what's happening on your network. And if there's any anomaly that we detect from a network standpoint, and like sir said, it can be a malicious malware or something, or it could be a malintent as well, right? Many times there are insiders who try to do things. So we are able to not only catch malwares but malintent as well, because we can see any anomaly on the network side from that standpoint. So that's the richness of the telemetry that we got on the network, and then we built in a lot of AI ML on top of it, and that becomes like a building block of the zero trust architecture that we spoke about. Like sir said, we're building up our own India's framework for our security, and this can be a substantial component of that. And this replicates very well with the Metro framework, which is globally accepted, right? So from that standpoint, this becomes a centerpiece from a security standpoint. We also have solutions like NAC and WEBs and other things to complement the rest of the areas. Then the other area where we're focusing a lot on is the WAN side of the network. How do you interconnect various departments and so on and so forth. So we have routers for different use cases. Like I said, we've also entered into the SD-WAN space now. So from a routing standpoint, we have a very robust portfolio. And now the biggest focus that we have is on the AI centers, where not just only on the front-end networks, which is used to connect your servers and storage, we are also interconnecting all the back-end, that's where all your GPUs and all your accelerators get interconnected. And the traffic patterns and the network and the architecture there is very different from the traditional networks that you would have seen or operated so far in your data centers or architecture. So that's where we are working a lot. And like I said, even today we are powering about 50,000 odd GPUs globally. Most of the large-scale GPU deployments that have happened are running on our network infrastructure, both for front-end and back-end. So we have that good experience, and we continue to invest there. We've created some specific solutions, like we've created agents which not only sit on the network side, but also sit on the NIC side of the server, so that you have an end-to-end telemetry and you know what exactly is happening on your overall network. Because the way AI runs, the expectations from networks are very, very different. The latency has to be very low. It has to be deterministic, and the whole the traffic patterns are very different from a regular data center architecture. And that's where such solutions, which are the advantage is it's all standardized. It's all IEEE based protocols. Even the Etherlink portfolio that I talked about is from the Ultra Ethernet consortium that we're talking about. So we're already shipping Etherlink in all our products, and now you'll see all other competitors also doing the same. So Arista has always been known for keeping things simple, keeping things standardized, and making them massively scalable. So that's what we're doing on the AI side. And again, from an AI perspective, as a network company, there are two tenets of AI. One is AI for network, and the other is network for AI. So from AI for network, what I mean by that is that when you're running a network, that's where how do you use AI to make it more efficient, make it more smarter, make it more intelligent, make it more self-healing. And that's where we have this architecture, irrespective of the play where you are using network. You could be on the campus, on the data center, on the SD-WAN, from the cloud. We have a single binary, a single operating system that runs across all of them, and we have created something called as data lake, which ingests traffic from not just from our products, but from third-party solutions as well. So once we have all of that data, then it is all about machine learning and AI and telemetry on top of it. So that's essentially what we do. Once we have this data lake, then we have created various intelligent points within the network, depending upon the use cases and the requirements that are there. You know, a CISO would have a different requirement, an operations guy would have a different requirement, an application guy would want to look at things in a different way. So catering to those specific use cases, then we've created those intelligent services on top of it, and then we've created agents to make it run smoothly. So today you don't even need a CCIE or a L7 expert to run these networks. You know, in a natural language, you can just type your questions to, we call it AVA, which is an autonomous virtual assistant. You just ask them that what is the problem on the network in a plain text like you do in ChatGPT, and it will scan the network and come out with exactly what the problem is, and even it will, if you allow it, it will also go and remediate it. So that's the kind of enhancements that we've done from a network operations standpoint. Now coming on the other side of it is network for AI, right? Because when you're building large-scale AI pods, the network requirements are also very different, and that's where our expertise come in. The way we've created the whole architecture is very different. It's a very rich portfolio. The same EOS that I just spoke about, it's massively scalable. And the cloud vision is giving you a complete visibility right from your servers to your switch edge. And we work with the whole lot of ecosystem of accelerators and providers rather. I mean, we've partnered with a lot of large players from a AI standpoint. This is just a partial list. The list continues to grow. But that's where we are investing a lot, and we've created joint solutions along with them where we are ingesting a lot of telemetry into our data lake to give you more richer insights from an operations standpoint, and create those robust environments where you don't have to worry about the infrastructure from a standpoint of AI. You should then be focusing on the models and the governance and the applications and so on and so forth, but the infrastructure is taken care of. This is the campus portfolio. Like I said, very proud of making some of the things in India now. We have launched India's first Wi-Fi 7, which is Make in India for the world. We're also making campus switches here in India, 24-port, 48-port PoE, non-PoE switches. We are even making data center switches, 25 gig, 100 gig top of the rack switches that go inside a data center here in India, in Chennai. So a lot of work is happening here. And we've just started with 8 SKUs last year, but we have plans of expanding our product portfolio. So this is Make in India for the world. Like I spoke about support, right? While everybody speaks about it, how do you measure it, right? This is one way of measuring how good your support is. And NPS score is measured across all industries. It's not specific to networking, but even airlines, even telco, even banking, everybody is measured on this. These are third-party, research guys who primarily base their research on one primary question, which is, are you willing to recommend this product or a service or a solution to another customer? And that's where we score very highly. So they scale you from -100 to +100. Anything above 0 is considered as good. Anything above 50 is considered as world class. We are at about 84, or rather 87 now. Our nearest competitor is at about 35. So that's how we score on the NPS. I think the only tech company apart from Arista who's +80 is Apple. In a nutshell, that's why we outshine. The architecture is such that the uptimes are very, very high. The tech support is very differentiated, unlike other OEMs who outsource most of the support. We have one operating system which runs across the entire network, be it a campus, be it data center, be it wedge. So that gives you a lot of rich telemetry, and it eases out the operations to a great extent, because then you have a single pane of glass to manage the whole network. Obviously brings down the cost because our licensing is also very different. We don't charge you on a subscription-based licensing. Most of our licenses are perpetual licenses, so the TCO goes down, and Cloud Vision is an automator's dream. So with that, just a high-level perspective of few of our happy customers that we have in India. UIDI, both the data centers are running on us. Very recently, NatGrid we did. From a security standpoint, we recently did Rajasthan SOC. We have a substantial pie of solutions there. Most of the new age IITs are running their entire campuses on us. And the reason they chose us, and how IITs evaluate technology, is because one is technically it is way far superior. Second, they're also using it for the research purpose, because the whole campus, the amount of data and telemetry that they generate is very high. We open it up and give it to the students to play around with. So students have access to the telemetry data of their own institute to then create a lot of use cases and solutions on top of it. And we encourage that, and we give them problem statements, and they've been solving us and giving back to us. We've been consuming a lot of students from these IITs, where we co-create a lot of things with them. And yeah, I mean, this is a partial list, but we're doing a lot on the data center side. We work closely with CDAC, CDOT. We have a sizable presence in a lot of large PSUs. Yeah, I mean, this is a partial list, but we have a good play all around. So with that, thank you so much. And we are here. We have a booth outside. My team is there. So happy to engage with all of you and share more thoughts around how we can jointly create a robust ecosystem and a platform for the growth ahead. Thank you.